No, I got to lean in.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Monday for Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm here with Antonio, Danny, Asia, full panel, full screen. Antonio, I think I may have muted y'all because y'all audio was thing, but you can unmute yourself now. Yeah.
Well, I had to make sure, honey. When the boss do something, I had to comply. Honey.
Well, no, I have child. It don't even matter. Nonetheless, Asia, welcome back. Have you been this year or no?
This is my first time back this year. I'm just surprised. Look, I'm glad I didn't get laid off.
Oh, child.
That's your Asia.
We can't afford to lay nobody off these days.
Asia getting her lean. Asia getting her lean cherry popped again, child.
She getting her lean cherry pop.
She gave me that Whitney Houston dress from All the Man I Need, that live performance. Yeah.
I do look like I can sing, don't I?
Dude.
Can you sing?
Immediately, no. I can rap though.
You don't sound like Beyonce in Dubai with that. That was she.
I do. I've been practicing all day.
I don't think nobody sound like that, but that audio that she was singing off of. But anywho,
again,
happy Monday.
Rihanna uses the same audio.
How long? You want to?
Now why is Rihanna in it? See how she just kept throwing stuff? She ain't even.
Maybe we didn't do nothing.
Exactly. Thank you. Again, what's going on, everybody in the chat? I see Cassie, David, Sasuke, Derek, Demisio, Jamie. I asked everybody to give a rating of the episode. I see people gave their ratings to see which I thought this episode was a very entertaining episode. It just kept on giving. And the thing is, like, usually, shit explodes at the end, but we were like not even halfway through the episode and so much had happened. So that's, to me, is why the episode was so good. It's gonna be a good episode here. Go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. And let's get ready for the recap. What y'all rate the episode, Antonio and Danny and AJ? Antonio.
I'm gonna give it a strong, long, thick, maybe 8.5.
Ooh.
Big, long and thick.
That sounds actually pretty
nice. Right there.
A big, long, strong 8.5. That sounds
long pretty. 8.5.
Let me keep my mind out the gutter. Asia.
I'll give it a good 7.
Okay, Danny.
I'm at a good 8 because while it was good, it was also extremely chaotic and cringy at times. So I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay. I would say 9. The only reason I give it a 10 is because I felt like something that I really wanted to see. The end of it was very rushed. I guess they ran out of time, but maybe they should have made it an hour and 15 minutes because the scene with Jacqueline and Mia, I feel like was just like thrown in there. And I didn't really get that. But that's near that. We'll talk about it. Like the video, subscribe. Let's get into the episode. So they're still in Mexico. This is the last day, I guess. It seems kind of short for a trip, but I mean, it is Mexico. You don't want to be gone. It ain't like they in Thailand or South Africa. It's just Mexico, child. You need 3 days. You can get the hell on back home. If you travel, And so in the last episode, we had a lot of things that happened. We had the big thing between Mia and Wendy, which ended the episode. But at the table, what lingers into this episode was the whole conversation of Robyn saying, having all these remarks about Karen. She feels like Karen is fake. And neither her or Giselle like all the things that Karen has been saying about Charisse. They feel like she has been tarnishing her character. And so in this episode, we pick up with a scene with Mia and Giselle. And they're basically talking about the whole Karen thing. And, Giselle says that Karen is jealous of Charisse. And then Mia's like, you think she's jealous at 59? She was like, you can be jealous. She said, you can be jealous at any age. I mean, look at Wendy. She's jealous of you. And I said, huh?
The strength.
I'm like, okay, so.
Mia said the same thing, huh?
Does anybody have anybody in the chat, maybe somebody agree or don't, or even on the screen, feels like, is there any reason Wendy would have it being jealous of Mia?
No.
The only reason Giselle thinks that Wendy is jealous of Mia is because Mia is light skinned.
Yep.
You think that's what Giselle thinks?
That's not a thought. That's facts.
I mean, what else? Wendy has the resume, and I'm not saying this is all about her degrees, but I mean, she has the resume. I don't.
As you can see, as the episode goes on, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Asia. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say she has multiple degrees. She has multiple incomes.
Her husband is.
He was like
much more attractive.
Like his last name is Dixon.
I didn't get it.
And that's not to say that somebody with all those things can't be insecure, but she still would not be jealous of Mia.
Yeah.
That's my point. I think it's the fact that it's like specifically Mia's like, nah. Sorry, Giselle.
Yeah.
But Giselle also, you know, she said it. She trying to really make all these words and things stick, because last week she said that there was a real grand dame, it'd be Charisse, and there was a whole debate about that still, even to this day, because they feel like, you know, she may be the person that got the girls together, blah blah blah. But realistically, the person that is in the spotlight and arrived is Miss Karen. But it is. So sorry. And so in the same conversation, they talk about you know, Giselle, it seems like she's the only person trying to still get Jacqueline and Mia to work out, I guess, you know. And you know, Mia is not really here for it. She's just like, I'm not talking to her, we're done. And then they decide to they're gonna talk about the bachelorette party that they're gonna plan for Robyn. If you guys didn't know, per people, this lady is married. You know, she got married. So
can I say something real quick? It was obvious that Robyn got married on the show, because they were like, "Oh, I'm so glad the secrets didn't get out." And the only thing that could have been held a secret that we would have wanted to know is Robyn getting married.
Yeah,
like I think it was clear as day, like how they're trying to be so tight-lipped, is that Robyn got married the day after her brother did, so she didn't have to spend her $30K or $60K a month that she makes on her wedding.
One married her for spousal privilege. She can't testify against him in that lawsuit. So she can't say nothing against him when they ask her.
Okay. So, like I said, she's married now. And apparently they're going to show this wedding. I think they said it was filmed after the show aired. So, after the finale was filmed 4th of July-ish weekend of last year.
Because you were there.
I was there. And so that was the last filming. So, whatever. And she did say that July was what she wanted to do, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Obviously, she did go ahead and get married later on that month. Maybe after her brother's wedding. She probably used the same decorations and same everything. She used all of what they had.
Robyn said, "Wait a minute. Don't take the rest of that cake home.
Right, leave it up.
Leave that cake for tomorrow. We're gonna use that too."
And I promise you, when they show, I'm gonna look at it like this.
Oh, August. Okay. Jasmine said August. Okay. Well, it was close to July. She was close. And so, you know, Mia admits, you know, she finally admits that she was a stripper. Remember last season, she said she was not a stripper. She was in ball gowns at the Steak and Lobster joint. But in this episode, she said it takes a stripper to know a stripper. So I'm glad she's living in her truth as being a former stripper.
Knew the rates.
Right.
Yeah,
so we know that's coming up soon. Y'all have any thoughts on any of that conversation? Move on.
No, I will say this. Going back to the whole Mia is, Giselle said Wendy's jealous of Mia. I think we'll see as the episode goes on that who's really jealous of who, and that led into Watch What Happens Live as well. So,
Oh, yeah, and also I don't think that Giselle really cares about bringing Mia and Jacqueline together. I think she knows that there's still drama there that she can stir up.
Giselle feel like it's still a story there.
Yeah,
somebody was fucking somebody.
She feel like they gonna spill more secrets if she make them argue. They're gonna Jacqueline to spill more of Mia's.
Mia surely did in real time. Let's not forget.
With friends like Mia.
Who needs Jamie?
Asia Mel says you looking absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Don't she, Mel? Don't she?
Yeah, she looks really great. Always.
Now this how you come back after.
How you come back. Okay, Charisse, learn how to come back to something. Damn. Come back.
My wig was only $15. She could step up just a little bit.
Yours is put on right. Charisse just puts her on like this hat and keep it going.
She don't brush it or nothing.
Charisse put her hat on like this.
And she sweat putting the wig on. She sweats putting the wig on.
Best. All right, y'all.
Okay, let's move on. We got a lot to talk about. All right, so there is a scene with Robyn sitting down talking about wedding stuff, but we'll move past that. This is to me probably the most entertaining scene of the episode. One of them, Ashley and Karen, sit down, and Karen wants to commend Ashley on her hosting skills. I do feel like the trip has been so they haven't done a whole lot, but they've done enough. I think Ashley has really done a good job for a trip. It's much more entertaining than Miami because they didn't do shit in Miami, to be honest. And there's a whole lot more they could have did. So, after commending her on that, Karen lets her know how she hates the way that Robyn came at her the night before. She says that she's okay at her telling her how she feels, but she doesn't like how she was targeting her and saying that she was fake and people are going to see her for who she is, blah, blah, blah. Ashley, claps back and says, like, listen, Charisse is very integral in her life. And so this is why Robyn has this, attachment to her. Again, Karen, for the 50 million times says, Lee, I'm not talking about Charisse. Take her out of it. And she gets right out of it. She's like, it doesn't really matter. Like, to call me fake, this wedding is fake. And Robyn, it would behoove Robyn to hush up because she knows all these things about Robyn that she knows. And so, child, they go into this whole editing where it's the Grand and Dom was a special Potomac unit.
Yes.
And they get this little drawing. This little drawing took me out because it was so ugly. And I hope Ron ain't talking to nobody looking like that. But Karen, allegedly, he is dating someone, walking around holding hands in Georgetown. She blonde and she looks like Karen. And they just flashed that picture and I just fell out. I just fell out because I feel like that picture is supposed to be like her confessional look. Is that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah. Well, the picture that they drew did look like Karen.
But I'm saying I think that's like a drawing of the other.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Before she got her hair pulled.
I think that's that, but it's just a fool.
Season 1 Karen. It was season 1 Karen.
No, it was this Karen.
No, you remember on this season, Asia, she got the lavender outfit on.
I'm saying it's season 1 Karen's face.
Yes.
Season 7 Karen hair.
Yes.
So let me finish this stuff. So after saying all that, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was leaning into the damn story until she said she looks like Karen. I was like,
yeah, that's when I was just like, girl.
I sure said, child. But anyway, Ashley goes and tells the girls immediately. We'll stop there. But because Karen says, let's just table this till we get back to the States. What are y'all thoughts when y'all was watching this whole thing come out? Go ahead, Asia.
I thought Karen knew exactly what she was doing because she know Ashley will not hold that shit in. And so she said, don't tell them. So she knew Ashley would go tell them.
Yeah, right. I agree.
Like that, yeah. And then Karen is a liar. I don't like Charisse, but I also I don't fuck with Karen like that. And she's a liar, and it's clear as day. Because just like when Ashley let her slip show, when she was like, "It don't feel good, don't it? Do it." Karen said, and she looked like me. Karen, because you done had about 5 of them since we've been here.
I have to agree. I definitely think Karen is lying, but I'm also going to admit that I'm biased and I am enjoying every second of it because of who she's lying on, and I'm here for it. I am. I'm just, yeah. I'm admit my bias here, my biased ass. I'm gonna admit it, and it is, yeah. But I agree, Asia. She knew what she was doing by telling Ashley. She knew Ashley was gonna carry that nugget.
Oh yeah.
She's surprised Ashley didn't call her and say, I gotta go to the bathroom and call her right there.
Right.
Well, Ashley said that she was getting up like, how you gonna give me this information and tell me not to tell somebody?
She knew that they was at the bar because notice Ashley never even went back upstairs. Karen did.
Karen is, I believe Karen. If you believe Karen, let me know in the chat. Wait
a minute, believe her in what regard?
Yeah,
I don't believe she looks like Karen, but I do.
No, I don't believe she looked like Karen. I think it's possible for him to be dating a light-skinned woman with blonde hair. Yes, Robyn wear blonde hair sometimes and light skin. So but to say for Karen to say she looked like me, I'm Karen.
I know what mirror Karen be using.
They're not walking around in Georgetown.
Yeah, I don't believe. I mean, it would be pictures everywhere.
No, Georgetown is that. I want that same mirror that Karen uses, though. Whatever mirror Karen is using, I want it.
Clearly, it has a filter on it.
It was also funny how Ashley went back and started talking to Candace and Wendy about it, knowing that Charisse was right behind Candace with her sweaty self, just listening.
Did she say my name? Baby, she was all trying to figure out. She said, "You talking about me?" girl.
Sharice got a contract. She can't talk unless it's Karen's name involved. You don't ever hear Sharice talk any other time.
And she got to do it while Karen ain't there, apparently. Karen can't be present for the talk. That's what's in the contract. It's crazy. All right, any other thoughts on this? Because this will come back up later in later scene. No? Okay. So, Ashley doesn't really say what happened. She, kind of basically says who she was talking about by process of elimination. And so, but on that note, they kind of leave and go shopping and get on the bus. Quesadillas, they go shopping. Did y'all see that hat that Sharice picked up and put it on? And she was like, I got to have this hat. And she was like, no, I don't. I'm so glad she put that hat down.
It would have looked better than her wig, so she could have put it on.
Yeah, but the wig was shifting when she put it on. So
the hat was shifting the other way.
It looked
like a little fireman hat, but I don't know.
Hats again. How does she
wear a hat like this? Girl, they just be all on the side. She be family. She be like Karen, like girl. Put it over. Put it over, girl.
Now she got it cocked to the right.
That's big girls turned it wasn't the wig around.
Right. So while they're out shopping and stuff like that, Ashley and Robyn go off to the side. This is actually kind of funny to me too, for a couple of reasons, because Ashley is just like, I want to tell you something, but I just don't want to tell you because I was trying to tell you, but I got to tell you, I don't want to tell you, but I'm scared. I'm like, girl, just say the shit. Damn. You want to tell.
Don't say it.
And she goes ahead and she tells her, even though she says, I was asked not to say anything, she goes ahead and she tells Robyn. Robyn falls out. I laugh too, just because I'm like, Robyn is a mess. She falls out and she was just like, well, is she old like Karen too? She's throwing her little reeds and stuff like that. And so she, after she laughs, she calls Juan. And Juan is like, hey, Robyn, damn, what you want? She's just like,
I'm over here fucking my other bitch.
Or whatever you're doing, allegedly.
You had to tell Michael to stop for a second. But go ahead.
Right. And so he calls Juan, and he is mad. Juan has shown his temper a couple of times on this show, though. I really believe that he does not like this show. However, I think he knows that this is where their income is coming from. Mm-hmm. It ain't coming from the hats. And she is the star in this situation, out of the show, but in this situation, she is on the cast. So, that's where the money comes from. But I feel like, does anybody have the same feeling that maybe he doesn't want to be on the show? Like, for real?
Oh, yeah, I think he hates the show. We seen when he rolled her damn arm up in the window last season.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, he did roll her arm up in that window.
Juan been checked out. He been wanting to not be on the show.
Yeah.
Season 1.
But you know what I found interesting? I found it very interesting that he was way more upset about these allegations than he was of all the things about him being with Michael. That has been lingering for years. And he didn't show any type of anger for that. He just kind of be like, I don't know
why? I think because he doesn't want to come off homophobic, if I'm being quite honest. I think he just brushes it off because he knows how that can look.
And because it might really not be true. Like, for him,
there we go.
That's true. He don't want to get no energy to it if it ain't. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm fucking Michael. Yeah, sure, Jan. No.
Yeah. Well, I hope he ain't doing. I hope he wouldn't be wasting it on Michael if he was going down that route, because there were plenty of other people that were available. Okay.
Yep, it's one right down there.
Don't do that. Over there. He was cutting Robyn out, baby.
And so, basically, to sum it up, he is like, I'm about to hang up and I'm gonna cuss one of them women out. I'm not fucking playing Robyn. I don't even talk to Karen. What's she talking about? And I'm like, he's mad. And as
me, baby.
Right. As he get off the phone, Ash is like, don't be mad at Robyn one. Don't be mad. Right. And so he gets off the phone.
That's what he wanted to say. Fuck you too, Ash.
Go ahead.
Any thoughts on this whole thing, on how she handles it? And I'm gonna say this before I pass you guys. I hate that she gave her that. I do want Robyn to find out, but I feel like when she did that, she allowed Robyn to kind of prepare some shit up, which was what we find out later. I wish she would have let it kind of come out, you know what I'm saying, of just Karen's mouth. But whatever, this is when I feel like producing goes too far, because it's like you mess up the how authentic the moment could be, versus now Robyn can go and prepare these tired ass receipts and fire back at her, which she did.
She was really tired, but okay.
Any thoughts on this scene?
Yeah. I think he had been fucking somebody.
Yes.
I mean, it's just, and I think Robyn had heard that before, because if it's something, you know, you with this person and it's like, yeah, I know this person ain't doing X, Y, Z. I'm not gonna stop my vacation and call them like, yeah, that I know it ain't true, but let me tell you what they said. That's like what she did. It was, to me, she solidified that she's heard it before or that it's true. Not to say he's doing it now, but I think it is something that may have come up before. And she's like, look, they still saying you fucking that girl with the blonde hair and that live in Georgetown, Montgomery County. What's good? So I think she gave it a bit some legs when she did that.
But you know, I also think she ran with the part that she knows none of us are going to believe that it's a person who looked like Karen as old as her. And I think she's using that to try to make the whole thing seem like a lie.
Okay.
I think she's using that part of it to try to make the whole thing seem like a lie. It's okay, Robyn. We know.
Okay. Any other thoughts on this part before we get to the big shebang that happens later? No.
I just think that if
Go ahead, Ace.
Funny how he got so upset, and it was immediate.
Yeah.
And I know that it's true. Like the walks in George, because you saw what he started defending. I'll stay in his house. Yeah, with your bitch.
That's what men who cheat say.
Yeah. With your bitch. Y'all order DoorDash, my nigga. Duh.
You know, Robyn don't have a ring. She can't tell. She don't have a ring camera. She don't know.
That, look,
I see people talk about this too, like how he reacted versus how Eddie reacted. I mean, they're just two different individuals, and I think honestly, you know, one has been a part of the show much longer, and this whole wedding thing has been like from season 1. You know, their little situation has been like ran through the mud. So he probably is over. I mean, you know, it's Robyn, but it's also him too. So it's like, yeah.
He cleaned up, was like, I love you, but I'm gone. I'm hanging up. Bye.
Right.
Molly was pissed that Robyn put that on camera even a second time too.
She gotta stop. She always calling somebody on the phone. She gotta stop calling folks on the phone for help. Like, girl, handle your own matters.
For help.
Hey, who want to be a millionaire?
She always calling. She be like, listen, Sharice, did this happen? Hey, did this? Stop doing that. Stop playing.
I would do lifeline. I know one slapped his cell phone shut like that, baby. And it's not even a flip phone, but I know it was.
Baby, thanks.
Yeah, he was fucking somebody else. He just ain't doing it now. They probably broke up.
Probably in the middle of that.
That's probably he probably mad, like, I just broke up with her ass. So he bringing that shit up. I'm hard.
Allegedly.
Lost the love of my life.
Allegedly. All this is alleged. This, let's keep it there.
You just have that disclaimer at the beginning. All statements are alleged and just the opinions.
Oh, look at that. We give her a lot. Child, listen. Yeah, they be letting other girls do it, child. All right, so let's get to this lunch. So after this whole shopping, they go to lunch. And when they get there, the girls will sit down. Giselle is like, Mia, can you go down? Because I want to make sure my stud, Robyn, can sit next to me. But Mia is like, girl, no, because I don't want to sit next to Jacqueline ass. But eventually she goes down, and then they realize what it's about, and they all start laughing. Jacqueline's sitting over. And honestly, Jacqueline should have went home. I just feel like she's just out of place, especially because Mia's not really arguing with her, not giving her anything. And I think that's what's killing her on the inside, because I ain't gonna lie, her little thing that happens later made me crack up too. How you can just tell, like, she should just went home. We'll get to that part. But Candace brings up the conversation, but Robyn sit down. She is ready. You can tell she didn't got all her stuff together. She sit down. She's like, baby, what Karen is? Karen's in the bathroom. Candace brings up the conversation about Ashley saying there was something that Karen said about her, and that about Karen dropping the bomb. And so Robyn basically speaks on it, after hearing what was said, and says that she's always told Karen how she felt, and that Karen knows how she feels about her. And so they've always had this relationship. But she said what she did to Sharice was very mean girlish. I found that to be weird, because that term will be very well used for what happened in Miami and half the things that her and Giselle do to people. But whatever, that's her opinion. And she says she doesn't feel like anything that Karen said was a reason for her to not want to be friends with Sharice. So she's still pushing that narrative, right? Karen comes back, and after hearing, the second part of it, Karen was like, it was deeper than just her telling her how I feel. She said she felt like she was taking a dig at her, and she takes a dig at her every chance that she's get. And what's fake is this wedding. Now, I will say this. No lie, they did show a flashback of Karen. Karen do be taking digs at Robyn. I don't know why she thought that she was immune from it, but she tried to make it seem like that. So do y'all think that Robyn takes more digs at Karen, or vice versa?
I think it's equal.
I think it's about equal as well, yeah.
I feel like, to be honest, and I like Karen, but I think Karen is the one that pokes more. She does it in the most like random times.
I won't disagree, because I feel also like majority of the time when Robyn has taken digs at Karen, it's been with Giselle or through Giselle too.
Correct.
Hasn't been on her own. I just knew that Robyn was mad at the scene because she didn't even pick up a fork yet and start eating.
Yeah.
If Robyn ain't eating, it's something she upset.
Said it's equal. David said it Karen takes more digs. I feel like Robyn takes her digs if say Karen is speaking or she says something, then she'll say something. But to me, Karen they could be eating, sitting down at the beach talking about Timbuktu, and then she'll just be like, so when's this wedding that's not happening? It's always something like that. And that's why I feel like, to me, honestly, Karen really is the one that takes the digs. But
I just think Karen's digs are more effective. Like,
of course, they land a whole lot more. Like they do. No shade.
I have a statement.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all not remember that season when Robyn was so obsessed with Karen and where she lived?
With the pizza delivery and
yes.
I mean, that's why I said it's equal, because Robyn was going the fuck in on Karen as she was losing her parents.
She was.
And with her with the raise taxes.
They definitely listen. They have definitely tried to drag Karen on through there. I remember all those seasons. So yeah.
I just think Karen and Ashley are very similar, where they can't let the shit go, even though they say they do. They don't, and so it just randomly comes up. And remember, you said you wanted my husband dead, bitch. When you wanted my husband dead on the back of your shirt.
It's also funny to me how Karen can do all this with Robyn, and bitch, Robyn couldn't even speak to Wendy barely at the beginning of the season, and Wendy did far less. It was just
yeah.
And I don't want to hear that.
Ashley has done a whole lot of shit and said a whole lot of shit about Robyn, and they best friends now. So,
and I want to hear that the comments that Robyn and Karen were actually friends. They were never friends. Never.
That's the thing. That's why, to me, I'm not gonna lie to you. Even let's go back to the beginning of this season when you had all the OGs together, right? It was just Giselle, Robyn, Ashley, and Karen. They were all in that little park at the little, what was it called? The cherry blossom thing. Like, I just found it to be a little weird because I know these hoes don't like each other
at all.
Like, we know how Giselle and Karen operate, right? But what's always been like here, it's like right under them is really Karen and Robyn. Like, that has been an ongoing tension since like forever, I guess you could say. So I'm glad it finally came out. I hope that at the reunion they gave it some light, because it needs to happen. Especially now with the wedding actually happening and stuff like that. Yeah, it needs to. I want to see where else will it go. If it goes,
they only deal with each other because of Giselle,
right? And I don't even. And sometimes I don't even know why Karen even gives Giselle the opportunity. She
has to. She knows that they give each other because they know neither one of them is leaving the show, so they have to deal with each other. They have to keep it at a place where they can film.
True. Okay.
That's true.
So from this moment, this is where it becomes Robyn versus Karen. We didn't have they've been going back and forth many times in the last few seasons, but I feel like this is the first time they've actually went really back and forth and as an actual argument. Karen talks about the rumors. She says that everybody's heard it. Wendy and Candace said, yeah, they heard it too. I was like, oh, not that. Okay, so obviously there's this blog stuff, and why I didn't feel bad about that, because last year all this blog stuff happened from Wendy and Eddie. And Robyn was allegedly the one that was carrying it. That's why, Wendy had the issue with her last season. So I was like, I guess you ain't exempt from it either, because per last year, all the women were having rumors come from this blog, whatever the blog is. I hope it ain't us, child. Are we spreading lies? I don't think so.
No,
Lipstick Alley.
Okay,
spread love.
Yeah, we spread love. We got time for that.
We too fine for that. We don't lie.
And so Karen says, like, listen, you know what? If you get married and this wedding is registered, I'll shut the fuck up. I will eat it. And then, you know, Robyn's like, who the hell are you to, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Giselle gets involved, and I'm not gonna lie, she ate that lady up twice in two sentences.
She deserved that.
She wasn't even near an altar, and she said, "Thou without a man." And I was like, damn. It was so bad. It's like, Giselle, just stop. Just sit back. And it was to the point to where everybody was cracking up. I feel like even Robyn was cracking up, especially when she said, "Die without a man." She was just like, what the hell? Because it was the
Wendy's face.
Right. Where did it come from?
That's why they mad at Wendy now. Shit.
Very much so. And you was right, Antonio. You really was right. I think you said, you were the one that said that they were going to be upset because she was going to be laughing or something like that. I think it seemed like that's the case.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I would have been laughing.
So then they show all these flashbacks of, you know, Karen poking at Robyn in the wedding, you know, throughout the seasons or whatever. And then Robyn brings up the Blue Eyes thing. She brings up her receipts. She shows everybody the receipts except for Karen. Karen wants to see it, and Robyn's like, "Nah, you good. Nah, you good. You ain't seeing it." I was actually cracking up at that. Everybody looking at like, yeah, that's her. That's her back fat and everything. I'm like, now hold on, now, Robyn, you ain't got the best shape either, baby. Stop.
Or Giselle, that's true.
And so I want to ask y'all, do y'all feel like how did y'all feel about her receipts? Because, I mean, it was a woman. It was a Redskins man. They were somewhere, but we don't know if it was really Karen. This is just...
If she would have showed Karen, then maybe if she would have actually showed Karen what she showed everybody else, and we could have seen Karen's reaction, then maybe it would have had some substance. But it's just a bunch of mean girls like, that do look like your ankles.
I've been next to somebody and it wasn't, and I didn't know who the hell they were. That's also could be Karen at a bar next to somebody who's just ordering a drink with somebody else and saying, "Oh, what's that you're drinking?" I'm like, it's not a receipt.
Why we didn't see it? They showed Michael ass in that hotel room half naked on the screen. Why they didn't send it to production so they put on the screen? Otherwise, I'm sorry, it didn't land. It was just the same as a scholar's receipts last year.
Yeah,
receipts.
No.
Text message.
No.
I just didn't. I mean, to me, from what I guess, if it's because they were saying, okay, that's Karen's butt, so clearly they couldn't see Karen's face on it, and it could have been a group of people, and you know, she could have just so happened to have been sitting next to that man or standing next to that man, or whatever the case was. It wasn't good to me,
and that's been the rumor since season 1, and that's your best receipt.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, that is so old to where Sharice was like, "Yeah, that look like him." Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that look like him. I'm like, girl, shit. That's what she like, Sharice, girl. Just
that's the one.
Nice. That lady get on my nerves, y'all. It was just like,
they was like, yeah, that's Karen, but it was high.
I'm gonna wear a Sharice wig to the reunion recap.
High booty.
Mia said it on. I've never even paid attention to it. It looked a little wide, but I didn't know it was
Karen's booty.
High. Yeah, Karen booty.
I saw Karen booty at the reunion. She got a little shape on. I just say that. I do remember because she had a little blue dress on, which I mean you'll see, and she was in it. Like, it's not a. She got a little booty for
5'9". It's okay.
Right, for a 59-year-old woman.
I just know that has never been a topic of conversations. Karen's ass. So I'm like, okay. No, let me actually see the photo. Let Karen see the photo and let's see her reaction. And then we'll know if it's her or not.
That to me was mean girlish. Okay. Like,
y'all going to see everybody in Redskins gear watching the Redskins game while they out of town. Like, I don't.
She could have been at the bar and the game was on, and people would wear their uniforms, you know, the game uniforms, jerseys to the bar. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's not giving what you thought it was. Gay.
She came in there, didn't even eat her food because she thought she had a smoking gun, baby.
And no, she be hungry because they ain't got no food at home.
Did you see how she delivered the receipt? She stumbled over her words and was like, "Oh, well," she like read her script real quick. "Well, since we're on the subjects of redskins, potato skins. I saw you.
Not potato skins.
I saw when I had a potato skin, and I got a picture of a blue-eyed man wearing redskins eating a potato skin in Vegas, and it was you next to him.
And then she was saying, "Don't you see the blue eyes?" And I don't know who said was like. And Giselle was like, "Yeah, that's definitely." Giselle was like, "Yeah." Ashley was like, and I couldn't believe Ashley was like, "No, I don't know."
They was no shade. It was a fail. It was a flop. It was not.
It was a whole flop.
It was definitely potato skins.
Robyn,
I'm throwing tomatoes at you, bitch, because that was whack.
Potato.
Robyn reminded me of that meme to be floating around with Lala Anthony holding the phone up and they just put whatever pictures.
He had a flop speaker. She had a flop cell phone. I'm just so done with this lady, and I don't want her to not come back. Like I really want her to come back because she's so terrible. Like it's good TV.
Okay, let me finish this part because it continues. So here, Robyn says, like, listen, you lucky my man don't cuss you out because Robyn want to cuss you out. And she's just like, you know why he won't cuss me out? Because I'm protecting your man. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, well, then what else going on? And she says,
I said,
I leaned in. I hope y'all leaned in. She said that, at the reunion last year, at some filming they were, I don't know what it was, someone Andy. I guess afterwards he hugged her so hard that her boobs went to her booty or something, her spinal cord.
Like her boobs went to the back.
And she felt very uncomfortable. And I did remember her saying husband made her feel uncomfortable. I thought she was referring to G, honestly, but I guess
the tongue thing last season.
Yeah, I did too. So apparently this is Robyn. So I guess we'll hear more about that, later because we will be hearing a lot. And to be honest, if Giselle can run around and Deborah can run around and say all these things, how they felt, I guess her titty did go to her damn spinal cord because that's how she felt, right?
I appreciate that being honest in the confession and saying, well, girl, she did say that. Giselle was treading on careful ground and couldn't even call Karen a liar because of what she had said about Chris. Giselle couldn't even refute it. She just said, well, she did tell me that.
Yeah, she couldn't. She couldn't. I'm looking at the chat. Sasuke said, why would you proud with your man cursing a woman out? Because Robyn and
let it happen, Chris.
Right. I thought about that as well.
Big boy. When he cussed out defending his wife, it was a problem.
I'm so glad. Now, what if Karen had said, you know what? If he cussed me out, I would say, I'm so glad that what's the other name?
Ray.
And Ray is not here right now.
I would have fell out if she would have said that.
I would have fell out.
Ray would have walked over there in slow motion.
She showed him like the way that it was coming at that he was coming at her.
Ray checked Chris. Ray checked Juan at this reunion.
You think so?
No.
Hell no. I'm about to. Well, first of all, is Juan even gonna show up?
No.
Juan did not want to be asked about that lawsuit, about that school thing. They would definitely. Andy Messias would definitely ask about that.
Oh, Andy would bring that up if Juan was on that stage. Trust and believe.
Well, I hope he do. I hope he bring it up even if Juan ain't there.
If Juan ain't there and they really got married, baby, she need to go.
Is Juan coming? Of course not.
I saw that clip today too.
That hurts now more than it did then.
So what it sounds like from Karen's theory, you tell me if I'm wrong, is that okay? He squeezed Karen. He can't have Karen. She said she wanted. She said that he said he wanted that they wanted her to join the bedroom with them, right? He can't have her, so he went and found another woman that looks like Karen, and then he goes to Georgetown with her. That's because he. That's
basically what she said.
That's what Karen said. Yeah, it's all full circle. So I'm gonna say this: I believe Karen.
Couldn't Juan's eyes be confused for blue? Maybe he blue eyes.
Nah, his eyes ain't blue. I wouldn't see them eyes.
Juan dicks in women. No, he has a type, and it's the light skinned blonde hair, almost white lady.
But I do believe he hugged Karen tight, but I don't think he hugged her tight in that way.
I don't think honestly, I do not think Juan was like, yeah, I want some of Karen and her 5'9" cool.
No,
but I believe he hugged her tight, like he was probably drunk and hugged her tight, like Karen.
Even with that, they showed when he hugged her at the event, and he gave her a church hug.
That wasn't that event though, was it? I thought they
no. But they just showed that was just a different event. But I'm like, if he give people tight hugs, then he gonna give them like I give tight hugs. So if he gave her a tight hug, then he would have gave her a tight hug in that moment.
Tight hugs from
unless he was sick of her talking shit already.
Hug me.
Antonio, he might have been sick of her talking shit already by then.
But he ain't know it then. But no, Karen kind of jumped out the window with that whole he asked her, he said he would want her to join him in the bedroom and stuff like that. Karen to me, like she looks amazing, but she gets very stiff. She gives very that she don't stretch a lot. I just don't see it. Like, I don't see her being the one to be invited to the bedroom. If anybody I could see was motherfucking Ashley or somebody like that. Or Mia with her freaking nasty ass.
Like Cortez say, if Giselle can lie.
Right. If Giselle can say whatever the hell and Deborah can, I guess it did happen, Karen. I with you, girl.
Deborah and the rest of the little people.
Listen, you know what? You know what? Me too. I think one time I saw one out of his arm may have touched mine. Delusion of it all.
Filming, allegedly.
All right. So after this, there is Giselle wants to give a toast to the whole blue. I guess she is basically to the whole blue eyes receipts, because she was like toast to receipts, and Karen was like, I'm not toasting to that bullshit. So they didn't toast to that. And, Giselle still trying to stir some shit up. She turns to Jacqueline and asks if she's okay. Jacqueline kind of pops off. And it's like, whoa. She pops off and says, like, listen, we working on this. It's a process. It has nothing to do with you girls. And I don't give a fuck about what y'all think. And they like, whoa, you mad at us? Like, what we do? And Mia is just like, no, I'm sorry, Mia. Jacqueline, like, she's not mad. And Mia says under her breath, like, okay, well, shut the fuck up then. Like, why are you talking? Jacqueline has a little moment and says, like, listen, I had your back. And, against these women, especially when it came to the cancer story, and they showed the flashback. And I remembered that. And I was like, you know what? She did. When they came at her at the first episode or second episode, whatever it was, she did go against them and saying, like, listen, this is serious. She don't have all the answers. So that's very true. But Mia is just like whatever. And she talks about, she says she has her back. She had her back with the cancer thing, just like she did, like her mom had her back. And Mia was like, just like I was with your mom for Mother's Day. Where were you? Jacqueline gets up, baby, and says, somebody sit next to her. Nobody moves.
No, she says somebody need to get the fuck up and sit next to her.
Nobody moved. And I was just like, poor girl. So she had to go sit at the bar. And that's pretty much how that particular scene ends after they commend Ashley on like having such a good trip. Any thoughts on this?
I'm glad she snapped at Giselle. I just think Giselle deserves, anytime anybody cuss her out or come at her, I don't give a fuck what it's about. Giselle deserve it, and I'm glad that they do it. I hope Robyn gets more of that as well in the near future. Yeah, Jacqueline, I agree with what y'all said earlier. Jacqueline should have left like the first night. When they got there and it was a whole bunch of bullshit, she should have just went ahead and be like, you know what? I ain't a part of this cast. No way. Me and her ain't speaking. I'm not friends with these other women. Let me just go ahead and go home.
I had your back.
She should have stayed on the plane and said, are y'all going back to DC?
Is this going right? Yeah.
After that fight that they had that day,
y'all
went on back. I'm sorry. That says huh?
Jacqueline wanted that free trip.
Can I say?
You said what, Asia?
I said, was this a round trip? Jacqueline should have, yeah.
Well, Mia said that, I think she said that she told her to stay at home or something like that before they came or something like that.
Yep.
Because that was the issue. Jacqueline didn't have a sitter for her kids or something like that.
Meanwhile, Jacqueline's sister babysitting Mia's kids.
But
Mia paying though.
What Jacqueline said, she said my sister is gonna cuss her the fuck out.
She did. I think and in that kitchen.
I think what Mia is saying is not what the actual story is.
It's an echo.
Hold on.
It's an echo?
Is it an echo?
I don't hear an echo.
You know?
Do y'all hear an echo out there? Do y'all hear any low budget?
I heard it when Asia was talking.
I hear it.
Do you guys out there watching the show hear any low budgetness from
What
any of
is
these
that?
We gonna mute Asia then. Y'all still hearing the echo? No,
I don't hear.
Yeah, there's no echo. Sasuke says no. Wait, they say yes.
Now.
Uh-oh. I don't hear nothing, but Sasuke said no, but some people say
I heard it.
I don't hear it no more now.
It's gone, Asia.
It's it ain't me. Leave me alone.
It's you, girl.
That's the Jackal spirit.
So I think what Mia is saying is not really true about even Jacqueline's sister. Like, I really feel like when Jacqueline's sister was like, "Oh, where is Jacqueline's kids?" Because they're usually here. I think it was something like along the lines of that. Yeah. The other thing that really kind of showed me no cancer, that shit was a fucking lie. Had to be, because Jacqueline is pissed, and Jacqueline's been sitting there quiet this whole time and looking out of place because she's trying to keep Mia's lies together for her.
Or maybe the fact that she has had her back through those lies, and now she's like, this bitch is not even trying to fuck with me, and I really could expose her. But she did say that. She did say make a comment to where she could like say some things, but she's not gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know?
I really think she's holding it in. I think she was debating like, should I like I'm gonna
Baby, let me tell you something. I would have had to go ahead and do it. Because Mia has shown that she don't give not two fucks. And then for her to go and post that video, I mean, obviously this was afterwards. Yeah. But girl, she should have went ahead and did it. No shade.
Yeah, because there's no point of Jacqueline coming back next season, in my opinion. We don't need her because they're not friends. If Mia's gonna come back, there's no need for Jacqueline. So Jacqueline, you should get your shit off right there and right there. Because let me tell you, when we're going to war, we're going to war. This is filmed. This stays on television, on the internet forever. Bitch, I'm putting your shit out there because you said I'm a broke bitch. You wouldn't let me use your deodorant, even though you always do. And now you mad because even though every time I go on vacation, my kids go to your house and my sister watch our kids together at a discount for your broke ass. And now you trying to play me.
But I feel like they have that. You can tell they really are and we're friends, because it's like, I think Jacqueline could have probably exposed some things, but then I think Mia Mia is just a nasty woman, and she would have kept, I don't know if you want to go with that, and especially with Mia having the platform to her advantage versus Jacqueline. But you just never know. I don't know. I would have went ahead and did it.
I've never seen Mia. Mia has always taken the bait every single time on this show when it comes time for argument. She does stay a little shut up to Jacqueline and talk under her breath. She just says Jacqueline rant. She don't want Jacqueline spilling that tea.
Yeah.
Mia doesn't really confront Jacqueline the way she does everybody else. She doesn't. Jacqueline looked at her like, say one more thing.
She did. I really.
She should have been, but she got up and walked away.
It's her.
Somebody said, was Jacqueline invited? I was told that she was, but when I was getting my little updates about the reunion, I only heard when Sharice had got there, and that was later towards the end of it. I didn't hear much about Jacqueline. I have to confirm that. I tried.
They said Sharice was late because she ran there.
Child, arrived looking like whatever. Anyway, let me move on. All right, let's move on. So after that, I thought the episode was ending. Like, damn, we still got like 4 minutes left. And we see Mia in her room. There's a knock at the door. It's Wendy. And I'm like, okay, I will say this. They both look really good. Wendy looks so good, actually. I love like these little spaghetti strap dresses they be wearing and stuff. I want to put one on. They look so vivacious or whatever. But they sit down and they talk. I'm like, what are they about to do? And so I guess this is supposed to be their conversation, because at the table earlier, they did say, that basically, I'm sorry. No, wait. At the table, they Mia turned to Wendy and was like, I want to like you. And she has like this little crying, like little fake cry moment or whatever. And they agreed to a conversation. So, and I'm just like, I don't know why you can't do this with Jacqueline, but I mean, sure, whatever. I guess you're done with that. So fast forward to the actual scene in the hotel room. Mia, really wants to hear what Wendy has to say, but she doesn't understand where they went wrong, right? And Wendy's like, girl, you threw a drink at me. Like, what do you mean? Where did we go wrong? Like, I don't get what you don't mean. And so you don't understand how disrespectful it is. Like that's like spitting in my face. And I'm like, that is a very good example of, understanding what that is. And so they come to an agreement on, they're going to try to move forward. Mia talks about how, G likes her and Eddie. They want to hang out and they have a little moment or whatever. And I've seen debates online. I want to ask you guys, do you think it was fake? Do you think it wasn't? Do you think Wendy is a pick-me? Or how do you feel about them having this little makeup moment? Because I've seen a lot of different comments on Twitter about going different directions. Danny.
I just know that you're beautiful and I'm gorgeous. That's all when Wendy.
I did catch that. I did catch that. I actually gagged a little bit. I was just like, I got to write it down. But I did catch that.
Said, okay, Wendy.
She wanted to make sure that it was clear that we not the same always.
I don't think it was. I honestly don't know if it was genuine or fake. I mean, I think there's a part of Wendy being smart. She already knows that Robyn and Giselle are trying to ice her out. She can't, like we said before, she can't feud with everybody.
Yeah.
And Robyn and Giselle have been using that feud with her and Mia against Wendy. So I feel like Wendy was smart to put it to bed.
Yeah.
I also feel like it was cool that Wendy didn't initiate the apology. Mia did, and then she just flowed with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wendy was, like Danny said, smart to go ahead and just be like, okay, I'll play along with it. Hell, she might in her mind be thinking like, yeah, I know this bitch is some bullshit, but I kind of need her in this moment, so I'll play along with the situation to see. And we know, Mia wants Wendy, and when I say wants, I mean like she wants, like, so and it kind of made sense as to why Mia, even going back to last season, how even when they had the little couples thing, and she's like, oh, Eddie couldn't even look at me in my eye, and just stuff like that. It just made more sense to me when I saw how things, the scene from the next episode, as well as some of the things she said on Watch What Happens Live. I was like, oh, okay. So you had a crush, or you want her, or you want her husband, or you want them both, or whatever it is, and you just didn't know how to go about it. So instead of trying to embrace her and be friends with her, you decided to try and attack her.
Okay, Sammy. Asia.
Chris says, put your hands down.
I'm doing what Sammy doing in the chat, the scissors.
I agree. Like Mia, if you want a little bit of melanin in your life, just say so. Just say you wanted some melanin in your life.
She got Gigi.
Wendy did look good. Now
she
this
looks
whole
so
trip,
good.
like
that yellow one.
Wendy
does, but Wendy always be, to me, Wendy be looking good. Like I don't know if it's all this the glitter, body glitter,
the bronzer or whatever.
Whatever she be having on, she be looking so just gorgeous. I be like, damn, you gorgeous, girl.
And that yellow was eating her skin up.
And that's what it is. That pop on that chocolate, it was just like Mia said, I can't help myself. What's good?
Mia put on yellow. She don't like she have jaundice.
Yeah, she wants some of that chocolate Hello Kitty.
I ain't mad at you, Mia. Shoot your shot.
Wendy, to me, Wendy is how people are like, oh my gosh, Giselle is so pretty. To me, Wendy is like it's probably like the prettiest housewife of all franchises. To me, Wendy is fine as hell. I also think Wendy fake as hell.
Why, Asia? Why?
Because it gets pick me, it gives me like I'm just trying to get my check and bounce, which I can't necessarily be mad at Wendy for playing the game. I just sometimes it doesn't come off authentic to me, and I think it's fine. I don't dislike Wendy as much as I did before.
Okay.
Because I see that she is playing the game. Actually, I don't dislike Wendy, but I just don't like games either.
Yeah.
However, Mia, let's think about it too. Mia also, she's beefing a little bit more with more people now. So she also needs Wendy. She can't have beef with everybody because at any given time, Giselle and Robyn can turn on Mia.
Yeah.
Because they don't necessarily like her. Like, if you really think about it, nobody likes Mia. That's why she had to bring her friend on. When it comes really down to it, she doesn't necessarily really fit in with anybody.
Yeah.
Cortez has always said that. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I agree. She even outside the show, I don't think she really hangs with any of them like that.
I wouldn't, and they all canoodle with each other some way somehow.
Yeah.
But Mia, like she not friends with Charisse, so Charisse can't claim her. Like it really kind of she just don't fit in. So Mia was smart to link with Wendy, who also doesn't have a connection with Charisse. If you think about it, Mia and Wendy do not know Charisse, canoodle with Charisse at all.
Before we, I guess, get this last part and close out this part for our callers, I did want to say to where Danny said, I didn't find it to be a pick me. I didn't find it to be fake. I do think it's very strategic for Wendy to make the move, just because one, seeing some of these feuds and these like storylines, they go on for so long. You know what I'm saying? This is at least the second season they've been feuding. To be honest, they started out feuding season last year. At the very beginning, it was kind of lying around into the reunion, and then this season, so it's time. You know what I'm saying? I get it. And then, like we said, I mean, Wendy. If you think about it, I think she's genuinely she's genuinely a fun person, or just kind of want to have fun. Because at the beginning of the season, I didn't agree that she should have did it, but she tried to slightly make amends with Giselle by speaking to her. That was her way. That wasn't gonna happen. I wish she would have did that because I don't really care for Giselle. She did try to make amends with Robyn out of the situation. And think about it, these three women this season have done a lot of like crazy shit to her, from spread lies about her husband to, basically bully, trying to treat her crazy, record her, to throwing a drink on her. You know what I'm saying? These are like things that you did to me. I cannot try to do that. But for the purpose of the show, I think it's strategic, because if she doesn't, like if you said, she could be iced out. Candace is not enough to save her. No shade. It's not enough. And so she has to play the fence. So yeah, that's that on that. But they look beautiful.
This stream of income, because she got a lot of income.
Correct. But
opened up on cannabis.
That was the only reason why I didn't give this this episode a 10, because I feel like this was a little rushed. I mean, they threw it in there. I guess it didn't have to be drawn out, but I don't know. I just feel like I wanted a little more right there. So that's just me. Afterwards, they do go to dinner, and they basically end the trip. No, nothing really happens there, but of course they go out, they get drunk. They get some more footage scenes that we don't get. And apparently there's going to be another damn kitty gay. Okay? Another kitty gay, another damn storyline where somebody's licking and cooting cat in somebody's box. And there was speculations early in the season about this. I think even Wendy may have even denied it, because I think it was mentioned from other blogs.
Wendy did.
Yeah, Wendy, she denied it. She said, like, don't believe everything you read, or something like that. So I'm curious to see how she responds to this. And reacts to hearing this, on the show, and not even in real time, but at the reunion. But I ain't gonna say I believe it either. But then again, you never know. Girls like to have fun, just like we all do.
We go from.
I don't think she might have been bumping. I don't think she might have been bumping boxes. Do I think she might have lifted her dress up and they was nobody had any panties on?
Oh, I believe that. That definitely happened.
We'll do some shit like that, but it's down to the lickety kitty of it all.
It's funny, the evolution. We went from the rules of etiquette to this.
Man, yeah.
I was watching season 1 last week. I was all about etiquette.
Me too. I wanted to ask y'all while this is up, because I know Asia gave her. Who do y'all think is the prettiest of all franchises to y'all?
Me.
Prettiest of all franchises.
Charisse. Listen, Charisse is now. I would say that Charisse is not an ugly person. She's not unattractive at all. I just thought I think she could put herself together a lot better.
She looks frumpy.
She don't know how to give it right for TV. That's my thought.
For me, it's either gonna be Cynthia or Monique.
I'm seeing Kenya. I'm seeing Garcelle. I'm seeing Cynthia.
For me, I can't pick one, but my tops are Monique, Portia, Kenya, Cynthia, and probably
Garcelle is pretty too.
Nene on Instagram. And I love Nene.
All right, I'm gonna log off. How do I get out of here?
Just turn around like I said.
Garcelle is very pretty.
Come on.
Garcelle is very pretty. Giselle is pretty to me. Wendy is very beautiful to me this season.
Yes,
She was
I agree.
Ooh, and
pretty
Kiki.
last season, but this season Wendy has been
Wendy's
like
glow up when they show those flashbacks to season 5. You be like, damn, like she was fine then, but it's like
She just had that
you can tell that she's had a really good. The work that she got done was well spent. It's not too much, and I hope she keeps it like that.
And she also found a person that does, because her first season, she didn't find a person who could do makeup on a dark skinned woman very well under light. Like her makeup has improved. She's found makeup that it's always more of a challenge for darker skinned women, I think, to be on TV with makeup. But also Kiki from Miami's probably ranks up there too, even though she's not really a housewife.
Yeah.
As far as beauty.
Sasuke said, Cortez, you just ruined my edible with Nene is the prettiest. I said on Instagram.
He said Nene on Instagram.
With the filters.
Granted, Nene sits on Instagram.
Baby, she be beat on Instagram. The filters. Joyce.
She be missing her nose bridge.
Now, hold on. Taylor said Joyce. Now, what's going on today? Are we smoking?
Oh, she used to be on Beverly Hills.
Oh.
Right?
Wait, is this Mama Joyce?
That's why
my Mama Joyce. I thought somebody named Joyce used to be on Beverly Hills. No, it was somebody named Joyce on Beverly Hills, right? She was a Latina.
I don't remember no Joyce. I never heard no Joyce on Beverly Hills. Oh, he said season 4 Beverly Hills. I don't
told you. Yes.
I gotta say it's Monique, Wendy, Kenya, Portia, Cynthia.
Okay.
Depending on Cynthia's wig.
I'll interchange Cynthia.
Okay, yes. Okay, yes.
Parcel's my 6 man.
I'm about to go back and look. I don't remember that. I didn't even know there was a Puerto Rican on Beverly Hills. What the hell?
She was only on there one season. She was on there the same season the witch was on there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that was
all right. So listen, we got one call in the queue. I'm gonna go ahead and get them on. We finished our recap, and so go ahead and like this video and subscribe. Always, thank you for the love. Our first caller for today is going to be Tawana. What's going on, Tawana? What you got for us?
Hi.
Hey,
how are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
How are you?
How did you rate
the
episode?
I would rate this episode 8.5.
Okay.
It was really good. I do think Karen told Ashley that information about Robyn to get the party started, because she knew who to tell that information to. Juan was so angry on a phone call. I don't even know why he reacted that way. Like, I can understand why he reacted that way, like if somebody's lying on him, but it was just really aggressive, and he should be used to this by now, because Robyn's been on this been on this show since season 1. Like, he knows what the name of the game is, and Robyn has done far worse to the other girls. And hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. We're listening.
We can hear you.
I'm going to the comments, by the way. I'm gonna listen to you.
Okay, and then at the dinner with the girls, I think Robyn lost the fight. She thought she was gonna win with that photo, but I think Karen is just too quick for her. I do not want to see Charisse back. I think she doesn't bring anything to the show. Like, what else does she have going on besides this beef with Karen? It's like, if she's not talking about Karen, they don't even show her. Like, she has been on, I would say she's been on at least a good amount of episodes since the season has started, and we've only seen her in confessionals twice. So I don't want to see her back. And poor Jacqueline. I do think Jacqueline should have went home. She's been crying since they left the airport. It's like, did she have any fun at all?
She wasn't coached, just crying.
No. You know what's one? I wish that she would have. I know it was bothering her, and I get it, but I wish she would have kind of like tapped out of it and just kind of like, had a good time. And kind of made Mia look more like stupid. Like, girl, I'm here. I'm having a good time. I'm with your friends on your dime. She should have kind of turned it around, but she just stayed in this funk. And it was just like, girl, you should just went home.
Yeah, like, she let Mia know that what Mia was doing was getting to her.
Exactly.
If I was her, I would have let it go the first night. I would have hooked up with Candace and Wendy because they were supporting her, and I would have had a good time. I wouldn't
sitting there folded up with her arms like that because she didn't have no deodorant the whole trip.
Well, Mia, because Mia won't give her none.
That's how she was really pissed. Like, you know, I ain't bring my toiletries, bitch.
I know Jacqueline was happy they was all inclusive.
Yes. And then another thing is, I don't understand how Robyn and Giselle, like, they hear all the rumors about the other girls, but they don't hear no rumors about themselves. Like, come on now. Like, y'all know y'all heard them rumors about Juan.
They protect Giselle, child. They protect them, Giselle.
It's just crazy to me. And then I know people are like upset for Wendy like accepting Mia's apology, but I, like you said, I think Wendy and Candace are genuinely good people, and they don't like having beef. They like to have fun. Like, not everybody can go to work and hate their coworkers and not communicate with their coworkers. Like, they're not as miserable and hateful as Giselle and Robyn. Like, it's got to be hard going to work and not talking to your coworker. Like, they have to film with each other, they have to promote with each other, like they have to go to BravoCon, they gotta do Watch What Happened Live, they gotta do photo shoots together. Like, at a point it's kind of just like, okay, we need to get over this. We all grown and we can just agree to, you know, be cordial. So I think that's what it is. I don't think Wendy's gonna be hanging out with Mia outside the show.
Nah.
But I feel like it was a good thing that she was like, okay, let's just be cordial when we're around each other. And like Wendy said, like, our husbands like each other.
Mm-hmm.
But
if you ever want to find your enemies, just go to work and clock in.
Yeah.
Okay, running. Okay, so we actually got some more callers in the queue while you were on. I want to go ahead and get them on. So I'm gonna let you go, okay?
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Tawana.
Thank you, Tawana. All right, our next caller is going to be Brittany. Hey, Brittany.
Hey, Brittany.
Hey guys, how you doing?
How you doing? What you got for us today?
So I'm just gonna be quick and talk about Jacqueline. I don't feel sorry for Jacqueline, not one bit, not one bit. Because the way that I see it is, whatever the plan was, Jacqueline and Mia obviously came onto this season lying, and Jacqueline agreed to it. You agreed to lie. I don't think that she's in a throuple with Mia or G. I think that they played that up in order to seem scandalous, and she agreed to it. Even when, I think it was Giselle or Charisse, one of them, they asked her directly, have you slept with G? And she said, go and ask Mia. Like, what? Like, for me, if you're a grown woman and this isn't loyalty, it's stupidity. Why would you come on the show and agree to do something like that, or agree to lie about her having cancer? And now that the lie isn't working out for you, now you want to cry and act like you're the moral police? No, because I'm sure this wasn't the first time that Mia's thrown her under the bus, but she stayed friends with Mia, in my opinion, because there are benefits to it, like getting the car, or who knows, maybe Mia paid her rent. I'm not sure, but to me, that's a sign of your character when you're fine to lie as long as you can benefit from it. So I don't care about her or her shiny face. I don't want her back. She can go, and then take Mia with you. So that's just what I wanted to say.
Oh,
now she got oily skin, child.
She do be looking real. It's not bronzer. It ain't the same glitter that Wendy using either. I'm just saying that was his sweat.
Maybe it's what Charisse be using.
Wendy used Tom Ford.
Okay. You got anything else, Brittany, or you want to go on something else? Was that it?
Yeah, that was it. I don't particularly care for Karen or Robyn, so the entire fight was just funny to me. It was just hilarious. And Karen is quick, so she caught that really good. But that's it.
Pick a side, Brittany.
Okay, Brittany.
If I had to, Karen, because she's just funnier.
Good choice. All right, Brittany, thank you for calling in. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Our last caller for tonight is, and took myself out. For tonight is going to be Megan. What's going on, Megan? It's been a long time since I've seen you call in.
I know. Long time calling, but always watching.
Exactly.
Hi guys.
Okay.
I will also keep this very quick because it's getting late. But yes, I feel like I agree 1,000% with the last caller. Miss Jackie, I just feel like it's just so woo 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 every time she's crying at the bar and like crying in her room, and it's just like, girl, what did you really expect was going to happen? I feel like maybe when, the whole thing with Candace, Ashley, and like the pretty young things and Deborah, maybe because she saw how badly it was going for Deborah, she was like, well, I got this in the bag, I'm going to be on this show, like, but it just didn't work out. But her and Mia obviously have had a extremely toxic friendship, and maybe she just thought it wouldn't spill over on TV, but anybody, which is such a rookie mistake, because anybody who knows, once you come onto television, any skeleton, any past secret sin, whatever you've done is up for grabs for entertainment. So that was her fault. And I mean, the thing is, people are going to say this is hypocritical. I don't care. Karen is a liar, but I don't care. Like, it's funny. Like,
it's right. It's just like
it's funny. It's funny to me. Like,
it's her thing.
Yes, like it is hilarious. Like, her lying is different in my head when Mia lies or Jacqueline lies. Like, it's just fun. Like, it's funny when she does it. This whole thing was hilarious. Like, how could Wendy not laugh? How could they not laugh? Like hugging her so tightly, her boobs were going back to her vertebrae. Like, what? Just it was just so, it was hilarious to me. And like, to me, that's what gets them annoyed, them being Giselle and Robyn, because Karen is a fan favorite who lies. She's a fan favorite who lies, but for some reason, it hasn't stuck to her in the same way that it has to others, and that's why they don't like her. That's why they're trying to get Charisse back on the show. Even though Charisse always looks like she was running for the bus and just missed it. Like I wish
hey, wait. and then the bus drives by and then it's raining. And then the puddle of water just splashes her and she's just like just
Charisse gives Eeyore. She just does.
Yes.
Gives Eeyore.
Yes. Just Karen, like, has nothing else to talk about but Karen, which is why if Giselle and Robyn were real friends, they should have told her to start talking, which a friend of usually doesn't do, and I get that, but like, if they were her real friends, they would have told her to start talking about some things that are actually going on in her life. Like, so Charisse, what did you do this past weekend? Even if it's made up, like, tell her to talk about something else to show that she has other things going on and that she is really this queen of Potomac, like she says she is. Even though she doesn't dress that way, she has yet to look fabulous once on this show, and you're trying to get back on here. So and then next in the preview, she's just dogging Karen out more, and it's like, maybe some of the things, right? It's like, maybe some of the things that she's saying is true, but we don't care. We don't. So
they show Charisse at one point walking like into the restaurant. She had on a pharmacy lab coat on. It was just
lab coat.
Yeah, she clocked out.
Not the lab coat. Like, she just got done with like a 20-hour shift, and it's like, Charisse, please. At least Karen looks the part. Karen looks the part. She does. So, anywho, I thought this episode was pretty good. I give it maybe a 7. It was pretty good. Okay. And yeah, next episode is back to, I put in the chat, like Alexander Rogers says, flirting and squirting. The flirting and squirting crew. This is what Potomac gives. They just love. If they're not talking about somebody else's vagina, it's like we're doing something with it. That is this crew. Like, that is what it is. So, and I'll be here watching. So, all right.
Thank you, Megan.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Megan.
It was supposed to be our last caller, but I have to let the last person on, because not only because she is one of my faves, but also because she gave a super chat that I didn't even announce and I missed. So I gotta let her out. And she got her done. What's going on, Nisha? First of all, thank you for the super chat too. I saw it, but I moved on fast, so thank you for that too.
You're welcome.
What you got for us?
Is anybody else tired of the sex talk?
Yes, very much so.
I'm so over talking about sex every episode, especially with like Mia, like her whole housewife aura is sex related. And opening up fake businesses.
Like that crack when she moved.
And opening up fake businesses. That's the only two things that she do. Like,
you know she be pushing pamphlets, Nisha.
She do push pamphlets. She do.
Honey, I'm over it. And Jacqueline, she just proved that she's not housewife material because she didn't even know how to turn the situation in to benefit her. Either you should have act like you was having the time of your life on that trip and you stole the girlfriends. That's what I do. Steal her friends from her, act like I'm having a ball. Or I'm expose everything. I'm pulling the covers off your big feet and these lies.
Yes.
I'm telling everything.
Yes. I agree. She had two ways she could take it.
She set up and played victim. Like, so that you gonna let everybody bully on you every episode.
She can't talk about her feet. They probably share shoes.
I doubt it. They don't have the same size shoe now.
They don't have no. That girl don't got them feet. That lady got it. And Sharice.
We got poor Sharice. I hope she don't watch our show.
I'm wearing a Sharice wig.
No, you're not. For Halloween?
No, for the reunion recap.
You can't find wigs that bad.
Yeah, honey. You can find them at the hair. He probably can find them at Heavenly's hair store.
And I'm gonna rub my face with Vaseline.
What do I? How do I?
I think I'll put a lot of Vaseline on my face too for the reunion.
Really, all you gotta do is pull the wig down and look like this.
How did you come back on the show to reclaim your queen status dressed like a peasant?
Exactly. That's why I can't.
You didn't even come and look like I'm that.
Not
girl,
even
I'm
a peasant.
Bitch. It's me. You ain't come in and bitch. I would have been dressed for every scene to the
she
nine.
Dressed like she about to be a part of the Hunger Games. I'd be like, girl, you about to see her out. I'd be like, put on some
dressed like MC. The makeup.
Like, you don't even. And I love Karen getting Robyn's ass together at that table. Like, Robyn, you have no receipts ever. Like, you showed us. But how do we know what the picture was? That could have been a picture of one of them damn kids. We don't know.
You know how people be whispering like, act like I'm saying something. Like
right. That was a picture of
Giselle said, "Ooh, I got this picture you can use here."
That was a picture of Michael Darby, probably.
Yeah,
we don't know. And okay. Wendy, don't hang with Wendy, do not hang with Mia ever.
She already ain't. I think that's just for this to make up.
Don't do it.
I know at the finale they had a little moment again. I don't know what it's about, but we'll see.
Like a fight?
No, just a disagreement. It looks like from what I can see. I don't know.
Yes.
We'll see.
Keep the beef going.
All right, thank you for calling in and thank you for the super chat.
Good night.
Bye.
All right. That was Nisha, our last call up for tonight. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to lean out. Thank y'all for watching tonight. Thank you, Antonio, Danny, and Asia. Really good episode, really good show here. For those that were asking in the chat about Real Housewives of Miami, we did post episodes 9 and 10 yesterday. As far as when they'll be posted, we're doing them bi-weekly. And so between that Thursday and that Sunday, it'll be posted. I can give you a date because our weeks just be crazy. So, especially with Jersey coming up soon and Salt Lake City still going on.
My head is eyes.
It's just tiring, So it is. They skipped the week in the reunion starts tomorrow, right? Oh no, Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
So nonetheless, like this video. Also, be sure. I know you guys are in the chat seeing from Running Media Page. Running Media Page is a friend of mine who also has a blog. He is a Giselle stan. So that's not Giselle, but he also has a page on YouTube and a blog. And I actually guest co-host on his show. So check out his page, check out his review. He does Miami and other shows as well. I'll put the link in the chat for those that would like to check that out. But he's a really good friend of mine. Check it out. But that's not Giselle. There is somebody that really loves Giselle, and that is him.
You vouched for somebody because I sure thought that was good.
I didn't think Giselle had fans like that, but he loves Giselle.
No, it's one on my Facebook as well. That's like
he has interviewed her, so he is a real fan. He is not Giselle, and she don't pay him. Okay, all right. like this video. Check out Ronnie's page. Subscribe. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all on Wednesday for Salt Lake City. All right.
Good night.